Okay, so we are starting Unit 3. So that's Unit 3. So pause the video and go find your envelope that says a big 3 on it. And it should have this right inside. When you get back with your Unit 3 envelope, push play, and I'll help you get started. Okay, so you found your Unit 3 envelope, and it should look like a big 3. On Monday, I told you to get this guy out, our divider. Oh, I know you can see Adam's poking through. And get that colored so you wouldn't have to do any extra work. So make sure you put that on the next page. So we had page 12, blank, our Unit 3 divider page. So once you get that done and colored and in, Unit 3 matter across the top. So we're on Unit 3. So again, if this is flimsy, you can put a couple pieces of clear tape over it, and that will help it stay less bad. So on the back of here, we're going to start on page 1. So on the back where you can see Unit 3 matter coming through, we're going to start on page 1. Make sure you write that real big. When I was coming around grading last time, I had a couple people that it was hard to read. So the pages you're going to need out of your envelope, make sure once you find all these pages, you put the rest of them back in. We're going to need 2 different vocab sheets. We're going to need this one, phase change, state of matter, temperature, and we're going to need the word state of matter, this one in the middle. So pause and go find that sheet and cut that one out. When you're done with that, we need the another vocab sheet. There's evaporation, condensation, and matter. We're going to need that word matter at the bottom. That one. This one right here. So pause and go get that cut out. And then you're going to need this sheet of 4, and we're going to need this first one right here. Matter. So get that cut out. And then you're also going to need your photo page. So this guy. We're going to need states of matter and examples of matter. So make sure if you missed any of those, you can pause it or go back, but don't press play again until you have all that stuff ready to go. Okay, the first word we're working on is just the word matter. Okay, so it's Unit 3, so you're going to have to do a little bit more of this work on your own, but I'm always going to do the definition with you. So my definition of matter is any material, so it just means like stuff, that has mass, so that means it has, that's not the right word, has mass, and takes up some amount of space. So remember in our last vocab word we did was density, and we talked about mass and volume makes something dense. So we're going to talk a lot about how matter is dense or not dense because it has a mass and takes up some amount of space, which is just volume. So for down here, what you have to do is list 3 examples of matter. That should be so easy. Everything is matter. Anything is matter. So list 3 examples. List the 3 states matter can exist in. We talked about this when we watched Bill Nye episode. And, you know, I mean, I think you learned it like 4th grade science. The picture we're going to put in for this definition is this one, examples of matter. So as you can see, it's just anything. So do not forget to answer this question. Answer all 3 of these. In Unit 2, a lot of you did not answer question 3 because I didn't answer question 3. I'm your teacher. I already know all this stuff. I don't have to, like, there's a reason I didn't do it. I want you to do something on your own. In this unit, you're going to do even a little bit more on your own. Okay, so we're going to get that glued in at the top of our notebook. Page up here. And then the next one you're going to want to get is state of matter. That's this one. So pause the video and grab that. And pause it and finish those 3 questions. Okay, so our next definition is for state of matter. You have that cut out. So that would be, my definition is a particular, so for state of matter, that's the word, term, state of matter, a particular, that just means like a specific or a named or something that is like, you know, it's not just generic matter, it's a specific kind. Particular form that matter can take. Period. The 3 main states of matter are, you should be able to finish this part of the definition on your own, solid, liquid, and gas. So I did have a student ask me the other day, isn't plasma state of matter? There are other ones that scientists have started to find, but these are the 3 main states of matter, the important ones that we're going to focus on. Okay, so what are the 3 states of matter? I literally just told you in the definition. H2O is our most common example, listed in all 3 states. So we've talked about what H2O is. If you're not sure, Google it. So list what it is in solid form, what it is in liquid form, and what it is in gaseous form. That's how you say that like that. And the picture we're going to have for this one is this guy right here. So make sure that you've got the definition and you've answered all 3 of these questions, which you should be able to do on your own. We're going to glue that down right underneath this guy. So when I come to check your, or when I have you submit notebook pages, because now we're going to be at home again, I'm not going to see all these blanks. You are going to fill it in yourself. You are totally capable of doing it. So pause and make sure you have all that filled out, and then get this piece of paper. Once you get that piece of paper, you are also going to need a highlighter or a colored pencil or crayon to underline some words. Okay, so matter, you can use a highlighter to just highlight the word, you can underline it, you can make it all crazy like I did. Matter, as we know, matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. So matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. We could say that that has a volume. Sometimes we can measure it, sometimes it's not that easy. Matter is made of molecules. We were just finishing studying that. So ways to classify matter. So classify means to sort out scientifically. So we can sort it out by its mass, by figuring out how much it weighs, what physical state it's in, if it's a solid, a liquid, or a gas, if it's magnetic or not magnetic, so magnetism, conductivity, so that's if it conducts heat or electricity, so if it will hold heat or if it will help electricity pass through it. Solubility, let me underline those 2 words. So solubility means will it dissolve in water? And relative density, so that's going to be relative to water. So if I put an object in water, is it going to float or is it going to sink? And you're going to get that one glued in underneath this one, and we don't have any extra words to write today. So make sure you get all that stuff in your notebook on page 1. Let me zoom out so you can see the whole thing, maybe. Let's focus here. Okay, so So pause it here and get caught up if you haven't gotten all that stuff done.